Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Name That Roman Dictator. Today's contestants are both from suburban town of China Grove and couldn't be any further from the actual events that took place during this time period. Let's begin. Since this is a continuation of last week's episode of Biblical Women Who Knew Best, we'll cut to the chase and get right into the game. The first question is a result of immediate Roman expansion during the early years of Christianity. Let us begin. Are you two ready?
Yes, sir.
For 1 point, who was a ruler of Roman province of Judea from AD 26 to AD 36? Roman soldier.
Pontius Pilate.
Pontius Pilate is correct. He had been the chosen procurator in Judea during the time of Jesus Christ and had many challenges over the years regarding Jewish obedience to Roman law. Okay, let's move on to question 2. Question number 2 for 2 points. Pontius Pilate is best known for his role in doing what? Roman soldier.
Crucifying Jesus Christ.
Crucifying Jesus Christ is correct. Jesus was brought in front of Pontius Pilate by his own people, the Jews, who charged him with blasphemy in regards to his unquestionable claim of being the Son of God and the chosen ruler of Jewish people. This obvious self-proclamation and later revealed historical factual doctrine was the very reason Jesus was brought in front of Pontius Pilate and charged to begin with. Now we're going to move on to question number 3. Are you both ready for question number 3?
Yes.
During the reign of Roman rule, what was the term used to describe the sole emperor of the provincial leaders such as Pontius Pilate? Old maiden.
The perfect.
Perfect is correct. Perfect was a term during the Roman rule for the ultimate hierarchy of ruler over each individual ruler of their particular region. Pontius Pilate was known for being a financial regional leader and not the actual perfect during this period of time. So for an extra point, who was the perfect while Pontius Pilate was leader of Judea? Old maiden.
Tiberius Caesar Augustus.
Tiberius Caesar Augustus is correct. Tiberius Caesar Augustus ruled during the time of Pontius Pilate and died 1 year after Pontius's existence. He exiled himself from Rome, leaving rule to his 2 younger predecessors at the time. Let's move on to question number 4. Pontius Pilate was married to what great historical and biblical personality? Old maiden.
Claudia Procula.
Claudia Procula is correct. For a bonus point, what is Claudia known to have requested for Jesus?
To release him from all of his charges.
This is correct as well. His immediate release from Roman court hearing and to be found innocent on all charges relating in regards to blasphemy and contempt. Now let us try to move on to question number 5. We're getting later in the game and we want to kind of see what these questions can do as far as catching up the Roman soldier. So these are going to be worth 2 points. Now for question number 5. Was Pontius Pilate in Judea at the time of Jesus Christ's crucifixion? Why was he in Judea during the time of Jesus Christ's crucifixion? Roman soldier.
He was there for Passover.
Passover is correct for 2 points. During Jewish Passover, many large holy cities required extra security and leadership. Judea was no different, and Pontius Pilate was the financial advisor because so many Jews migrated to Judea during this time of Passover, being the Jewish holiday. Let's move on to question number 7. Was it Pontius Pilate and Roman law that wanted to convict and prosecute Jesus Christ to the full measure of law and sentence him to death? Old maiden. Pass it on. We're going to go to the soldier.
The Jews.
Well, what was before that actually? Was Pontius Pilate and Roman law the ones who wanted to convict him first? Both wrong. No is the answer. He did not. What would be the bonus question? Roman soldier, you were on top of it right there. It was actually the Jews is correct. The Jewish community at the time believed Jesus Christ called himself the Son of God, and he was undermining God's divine spiritual rule of heaven and earth and directly challenging his status as God, opposed to the Romans and Pontius Pilate, who were there to basically direct the Jews during their time of Passover. So the Jews ultimately came in, asked that he be prosecuted and crucified to the full extent, and charged death upon his blasphemy and his obviously self-proclamation of being the Son of God. So now we move on to the last and final question, number 7, to see who can take this final game show and beat last week's contestant, George Lopez. What eventually happened to Pontius Pilate and his rule of Judea? Soldier.
Ordered beat to Rome, back to Rome.
He was ordered back to Rome, actually. That is the correct answer. It's believed that Pontius Pilate and Claudia, his wife, were ordered back to Rome to stand trial for cruelty, oppression of the Jews, and their overall lack of leadership and judgment. The outcome of his trial is uncertain by historians alike, and it's also assumed that he and Claudia both converted to live and lived out the rest of their lives as Christians, repenting for their very sin they believe they acted upon by sending Jesus to his proverbial grave. So now, ending on our game show, I hope this was the best dictation and depiction of Pontius Pilate and his life on earth and his rule of Rome at the time under Tibius Augustus Caesar. Thank you for your time, and thank you guys for the game show.